All right, so we're talking Event Scaffolder interviews today,
Mm-hmm.
and talk about a job with a view,
Right,
right?
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're diving into your RoleCatcher resources. You've got the career guides, you've got sample interview questions, even some AI insights
Mm-hmm.
that can really help you, shine in these interviews.
Yeah.
So think of this deep dive as your backstage pass
I like that.
to interview success.
Yeah.
Not just understanding what they're going to ask, but like what they really want to hear.
Exactly. Yeah. And I think, getting into the mindset of what this job is really about. It's like, imagine setting up seating for like a massive concert.
Wow.
Or a stage for a play, or even, some of those really intricate structures for an outdoor festival.
Yeah.
Event scaffolding. It's really about creating the backbone of all those experiences.
The unsung heroes.
100%. And the thing that really is at the forefront of everything is safety.
Oh, for sure.
That's paramount.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Well, let's get into some of these questions. The RoleCatcher guide mentioned that one of the most common ones you'll get is, describe a time you had to troubleshoot an issue while setting up.
Oh, yeah.
Now, this isn't about, rattling off every problem you've ever had.
Right. It's not about just like listing off every single thing that's gone wrong.
Right.
It's about showcasing how you think on your feet.
Yeah.
Being able to solve problems when they arise, especially under pressure. Hiring managers want to see that you can stay calm.
Yeah.
Assess the situation and come up with a solution that is safe and effective.
So what's a good story that you could tell here?
So I would choose a situation that was challenging,
Okay.
but ultimately you resolved it successfully.
Okay.
So maybe you discovered like a structural issue, mid-setup.
Uh-oh.
Or perhaps like weather conditions threw a wrench in your plans.
Okay.
But walk them through that problem, the steps you took to diagnose it,
Right.
and the solution you implemented.
Got it. And you know what? This is where RoleCatcher's AI can be really, really helpful.
Oh, sure.
You can actually practice your answer and get AI-powered feedback
Oh.
on how you come across.
Really?
Yeah, they'll look at things like clarity, conciseness, even your tone of voice.
That's amazing. It's like having a virtual interview coach.
It really is.
Yeah, so don't be surprised if they follow up with some questions like, what could you have done differently?
Oh, yeah.
Or how did this experience change your approach to scaffolding?
Oh, that's good.
They're really looking for that self-awareness and a continuous learning mindset.
Okay, I like that. So let's move on to another one.
Okay.
How do you ensure scaffolding is secured and stable?
Ooh, good one.
This question is all about safety,
Yes,
which is, of course, priority number one in this field.
absolutely could not agree more.
Yeah, so go beyond just reciting the safety regulations.
Right.
Show them that you understand why those rules are in place.
Exactly. So you want to really talk about, the importance of proper foundation and bracing connections and how you meticulously inspect every single element to ensure stability.
And the RoleCatcher guide mentioned things like using a torque wrench
Oh, yeah.
to tighten bolts to like the exact specifications.
Yeah.
Mentioning those details shows you're not just talking the talk.
For sure.
You're walking the walk.
You got to show that you know how to actually do these things, not just say the rules.
Exactly. And every event is so unique.
Totally, yeah.
So be prepared to talk about how you would adapt your approach
Yeah.
based on different things like weather, ground surface, or even just like the type of event.
Absolutely, yeah. Like, are we talking about a concert with giant heavy speakers?
Right.
Or, a theater production with really delicate lighting rigs?
Oh, yeah.
It's going to vary.
So it's all about showing them that you can think critically and that you can adjust those methods to ensure safety no matter what.
Yeah, 100%, because you're going to be faced with different challenges every single time.
And speaking of specific events, don't be surprised if they ask you what type of scaffolding systems are you familiar with.
Oh, yeah, a classic.
This is where you get to show off your technical knowledge.
Yeah, definitely. The RoleCatcher Career Guide goes into detail about different systems like tube and clamp, system scaffold, and even specialized structures for unique events.
Right.
So if you have experience with those, highlight it.
Yeah, and if you're lacking experience in a certain type, be honest,
Right.
but express that you're eager to learn.
Yes, 100%. You could say something like, while my primary experience is with tube and clamp scaffolding, I'm excited to expand my knowledge and gain proficiency in other systems.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Shows initiative. Shows you want to grow.
It shows you're willing to learn, which is a huge part of this.
Exactly. And RoleCatcher can also help you tailor your responses to specific job postings.
Oh, that's cool.
So let's say you're applying for a position that really emphasizes experience with outdoor festivals. The AI can analyze that job description
Wow.
and help you highlight the relevant skills and experience in your answers.
Well, that's super helpful. It's like having a personalized cheat sheet for each interview.
Kind of, yeah. It really helps you stand out.
I love it.
So, another question that really gets to the heart of event work is, have you ever had to work under tight deadlines?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, this field is known for being fast-paced.
100%.
So be ready to share a really compelling story.
Don't just say yes.
Right.
Choose a specific example where you had to overcome a time crunch.
Okay.
You know, maybe you had to set up scaffolding for a last-minute event change,
Yeah.
or perhaps there were some unexpected delays that threatened the entire schedule.
Oh.
Walk them through the steps you took to manage that situation.
Mm-hmm.
You know, prioritizing tasks,
Yeah.
delegating, effectively communicating clearly with your team.
So important.
And don't forget to emphasize the outcome.
Oh, right.
You know, did you meet the deadline?
Yeah.
How did your work contribute to the overall success of that event?
Right. They want to see that you can handle the pressure.
Totally.
Stay focused. Deliver results even when the clock is ticking.
Even when things get crazy,
Yes, exactly.
you can get it done.
And speaking of working with others,
Yeah,
teamwork is huge in this field.
absolutely.
So expect a question like, can you describe a time you had to work with a difficult team member?
Ugh. Yeah, I've been there.
Now, this isn't about, bad-mouthing anyone.
No.
It's about showing that you can navigate these interpersonal challenges
Right.
and maintain a positive, productive environment.
It's all about how you handle those tricky situations.
Yeah, so choose a situation where you had to deal with a conflict
Mm.
or a personality clash.
Oh, okay.
How did you approach that?
Right.
Did you actively listen to their perspective?
Mm-hmm.
Did you try to find common ground or compromise?
Yeah, exactly. You want to show them that you can be the bigger person
Right.
and find a way to work together effectively.
So focus on the steps you took to resolve that conflict
Yeah.
and maintain a positive team dynamic.
That's key.
Because again, it's all about those soft skills.
Oh, for sure.
So valuable
Absolutely.
in a collaborative field like event scaffolding.
Yeah, teamwork makes the dream work.
It really does.
Oh,
All right, let's shift gears a little bit and talk about the dismantling process.
okay.
How do you ensure that the scaffolding is properly dismantled and removed after an event?
Oh, that's a good one.
Might seem straightforward,
Right.
but it's just as important as that setup process.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you got to show the same level of care and attention to detail when taking down that scaffolding,
Yeah.
ensuring everyone's safety,
Right.
and leaving the site in pristine condition.
You don't want to leave any trace.
Exactly. So walk them through your process,
Okay.
emphasize those safety protocols,
Mm-hmm.
equipment inspection,
Yeah.
proper storage procedures,
Totally.
and don't forget to mention the importance of communication with your team.
Oh, for sure. Communication is key.
Yeah. How do you make sure everyone's on the same page
Mm-hmm.
and that the site is left safe and secure?
It's a team effort.
It is.
Oh,
So let's talk about leadership.
okay.
If they ask you a question, like describe a time when you had to manage a team of scaffolders.
Okay.
If you've had that experience,
Mm-hmm.
now's your time to shine.
Yeah.
Share an example that shows off your delegation skills,
Okay.
your ability to motivate others,
Yeah.
your problem-solving approach.
Gotcha.
Were there any challenges that you faced in managing that team, and how did you overcome them?
Ooh, that's a good one.
Yeah. Did you have to motivate someone who was struggling or resolve a conflict or maybe adapt your leadership style based on the team's dynamics?
Right. It's all about being flexible and adaptable as a leader.
Exactly. Because they're not just looking for someone who can follow instructions.
No, they want a leader.
They want someone who can take charge,
Yes.
inspire others,
Sucker.
and get the job done right.
Exactly.
And this is where RoleCatcher's Career Compass tool can come in handy.
Oh, tell me more.
It gives you insights into potential career paths
Okay.
and leadership roles within this industry. So it gives you like a broader perspective to consider.
It's like having a roadmap for your career journey.
Yeah, I like that.
Oh.
All right, so let's talk about a question that's often asked towards the end of the interview.
Okay.
Do you have any questions for us?
Oh, the classic.
This is your chance to really show that you're genuinely interested
Right.
in the company,
Mm-hmm.
the team,
Mm.
and the role itself.
Yeah.
And don't underestimate this part.
No.
This is an opportunity to gather valuable information that can help you make a good decision.
Totally. So have a few thoughtful questions prepared beforehand.
Okay.
You can ask things like, company culture, opportunities for professional development,
Okay.
or even the specific challenges and opportunities of that role.
Yeah, and don't be afraid to deviate from your script.
Right.
If something sparks your curiosity during the interview, don't be afraid to ask for clarification
Yeah.
or delve deeper.
Shows that you're engaged in listening.
Exactly.
And it's always a good idea to express your enthusiasm for the opportunity.
Oh, for sure.
You could say something like, "Thank you for your time. I've really enjoyed learning more about this role, and I'm excited about the possibility of joining your team."
Perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
it leaves a positive, lasting impression
Absolutely.
and reinforces your interest in that position.
For sure.
So as we wrap up this section on the interview questions,
Okay.
I want to emphasize preparation is everything.
It really is.
The more you practice your answers,
Yeah.
and you can use RoleCatcher's AI to fine-tune those responses,
I love that.
the more confident you'll feel going into that interview.
And you'll be able to show off your best self.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And remember, it's not about memorizing a script.
No.
It's about understanding the core principles of event scaffolding, safety, problem-solving, teamwork, adaptability.
Right.
Once you have those down,
Yeah.
you can tackle any question they throw your way.
100%. You'll be ready for anything.
All right, so let's move on to some career insights that can help you stand out from the crowd
Okay. I'm excited.
and really impress those hiring managers.
Let's do it. So the RoleCatcher Career Guide highlights some really fascinating trends in the event scaffolding industry.
Okay.
One thing that really stood out to me was this growing emphasis on specialization.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
So it's not just about being a generalist anymore.
Not necessarily.
Okay.
You know, a strong foundation in like general scaffolding principles is essential.
Right.
But there's this increasing demand for scaffolders with expertise in specific areas.
Like what?
Well, the guide mentioned areas like rigging,
Okay.
stage design, and even like specialized structures for unique events.
I see. So if someone had a background in, let's say, theater set construction or industrial rigging,
Yes.
that could give them a real advantage.
Absolutely. Highlighting those specialized skills in your interview can make you a much more attractive candidate,
Okay.
especially for companies that focus on specific types of events.
Now, how do you suggest someone weaves those specializations into their interview answers?
It's all about connecting the dots.
Okay.
So when answering a question about your experience, for example, you can mention projects where you applied those specialized skills.
So instead of just saying, I built scaffolding,
Right.
you could say, I designed and constructed a complex scaffolding system
Yes.
for a theatrical production,
Exactly.
incorporating rigging points
Yes.
for lighting and sound equipment.
That's perfect.
There you go.
That level of detail demonstrates your expertise
Right.
and shows that you understand the unique demands of different types of events.
And this is where I think RoleCatcher's AI can be really powerful.
Oh, for sure.
Because you can use it to analyze those job descriptions and identify the specific skills and experience that they're looking for.
Right.
And then you can tailor your answers to highlight those areas.
Totally.
Make your responses more impactful, more relevant.
It's like having a personal assistant that helps you present yourself
Yeah.
in the best possible light
I love it.
for each specific job.
So let's talk about career aspirations for a sec.
Okay.
The guide mentions, various career paths within the event scaffolding industry.
Right.
So what are some of the possibilities that someone could explore?
Well, one obvious path is moving into a supervisory or management role.
Okay.
As you gain experience and demonstrate those leadership skills,
Right.
you could oversee teams of scaffolders, manage projects,
Right.
and even take on more responsibility for site safety and logistics.
So if someone's interested in leadership, how should they showcase that in the interview?
They can highlight examples of times they've taken initiative,
Okay.
mentored others, or effectively managed tasks and resources.
Got it.
When answering questions about teamwork, they can emphasize their ability to communicate clearly, delegate effectively, and resolve conflicts constructively.
That makes sense. What about other career paths?
Well, the guide also mentions the possibility of specializing even further,
Okay.
becoming an expert in a particular type of scaffolding system.
Event niche?
So someone could become known as the go-to person
Right.
for stadium concerts or elaborate festival structures.
Precisely.
There you go.
That level of specialization can lead to higher demand and potentially higher pay.
That's great. What about for those who are more entrepreneurial?
Oh, yeah.
Could someone start their own business in this field?
Absolutely.
Okay.
The guide mentions that becoming an independent contractor is a viable option,
Okay.
especially as you build your reputation
Right.
and develop a strong network of clients.
So when discussing career aspirations, it's important to show that you've thought beyond just getting this one job.
Totally.
You've considered the long-term possibilities,
Yes.
and you're excited about the potential for growth within this industry.
Shows you're invested in your future.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And even if you don't have like a perfectly mapped out 5-year plan,
Right.
expressing that interest in professional development and exploring different avenues shows initiative. 100%.
Shows ambition.
It shows you're driven.
It does.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So let's dive into a couple of like trickier interview questions.
Okay, I like it.
The first one, describe a time you failed.
Oh boy.
This can feel like a trap,
It does.
but it's actually a really good opportunity to demonstrate self-awareness and the ability to learn from mistakes.
I think that's really what they're looking for.
Right.
To see that you can own up to your mistakes.
Yeah, so it's important to choose a failure that you genuinely learn from.
Right. Not just like a minor slip up, something that you really grew from.
So walk them through that situation.
Okay.
Explain what went wrong, and most importantly, focus on what you learned from the experience.
Yes.
And how you've applied those lessons to your work since then.
So did it lead you to develop a new skill,
Oh, yeah.
improve a process,
Okay.
or become more mindful of certain risks?
Yeah.
Share those insights.
Right.
It shows that you're not afraid to own your mistakes and that you're committed to continuous improvement.
And it's not just about what you learned, but it's how you've changed your approach.
Exactly. Yeah. How have you implemented those lessons
Yeah,
to become a better scaffolder?
I like it. All right, so let's tackle another potentially uncomfortable question.
Okay.
What are your salary expectations?
Ooh, that's a tough one.
This one requires some preparation.
Yeah.
So do your research beforehand.
Okay.
Look at industry salary benchmarks for event scaffolders in your region. Consider your level of experience,
Right.
specialized skills,
Okay.
the specific demands of this role.
Got it.
RoleCatcher's Career Compass tool can be really helpful here.
Oh, tell me more.
It provides salary insights based on different factors.
Okay.
So it gives you a realistic range to work with.
That's super helpful.
Yeah, and when discussing your expectations, be clear, be concise. You could say something like, based on my experience and the responsibilities outlined in the job description, my salary expectations are in the range of, and then insert your range.
Oh.
And be prepared to justify that range.
Right.
Highlight your skills, experience, and any unique qualifications that make you a valuable asset.
It's all about knowing your worth.
It really is.
Yeah.
And if you're willing to negotiate, say so.
Yeah.
It shows flexibility, willingness to find a mutually agreeable solution.
Being open to that conversation is key.
It is.
Yeah.
Okay, so we talked about this before, but it's worth mentioning again.
Okay.
That question that often pops up towards the end of an interview. Do you have any questions for us?
Right. It's your turn to ask the question.
Exactly. And this is your chance to show that you're genuinely interested
Yes.
in the company, the team, the role.
It's also a great opportunity to gather more information
Right.
that can help you make an informed decision.
So prepare a few thoughtful questions beforehand.
Okay.
You can ask about things like company culture, opportunities for professional development,
Okay.
the team structure,
Right.
or even the specific challenges and opportunities of the role.
Yeah, you want to show them that you've done your research
Exactly.
and that you're genuinely curious.
But don't just stick to your prepared questions.
Okay.
If anything sparks your curiosity during that conversation,
Yeah.
don't be afraid to ask for clarification or delve a little deeper.
It shows that you're engaged and actively listening.
It does. And here's a bonus tip.
Okay.
At the end of the interview, express your enthusiasm
Oh, yeah.
for the opportunity.
So you could say something like, thank you for your time. I've really enjoyed learning more about this role, and I'm excited about the possibility of joining your team.
Perfect.
Yeah. It leaves a positive, lasting impression.
It does.
And it reinforces your interest in that position.
All right, so as we kind of transition to our final section here, I want to highlight something that the RoleCatcher Guide emphasizes,
All right.
and that's the evolving nature of event scaffolding.
It's a constantly changing field.
It is.
Yeah.
So how can someone demonstrate their awareness of these trends during an interview?
Well, they can mention specific examples of how technology is impacting the field.
Okay.
For instance, the guide talks about the increasing use of computer-aided design software
Right.
for creating scaffolding plans.
Oh, CAD. Yeah, if someone has experience with CAD, that's definitely worth mentioning.
Absolutely. It shows they're tech savvy and can adapt to new tools.
And even if they don't have that specific CAD experience,
Right.
they can still demonstrate their awareness of technological advancements.
Totally. They could talk about the use of drones for inspections
Oh, wow.
or the development of new lightweight, sustainable materials.
Right. So mentioning those things shows you're keeping up with the trends,
Yeah.
and you're eager to learn those new technologies.
It shows you're invested in the future of the industry.
Exactly. And speaking
Yeah.
of learning, let's circle back to RoleCatcher's AI for a sec,
Okay.
and how it can help you stay ahead of that curve.
I'm all ears.
So the platform is constantly updating its database
Hmm.
with the latest industry trends,
Okay.
emerging technologies, best practices.
Wow. So it's like having a direct line
Kind of.
to the cutting edge
Yeah.
of the event scaffolding world.
So by using RoleCatcher's AI, you're not just prepping for like a single interview.
Right.
You're investing in your long-term career development.
It's a tool that can really help you grow.
I like that.
Yeah.
So now before we wrap up this whole deep dive,
Okay.
let's bring it all together.
I love it.
What does this mean for you as you head into that interview?
It means that you're not just memorizing answers.
Right.
You're understanding the essence of this role, showcasing your technical expertise,
Right.
your problem-solving skills,
Yeah.
and your unwavering commitment to safety.
You're demonstrating your ability to work effectively as part of a team
Absolutely.
and your willingness to go the extra mile
Mm-hmm.
to ensure the success of every event.
Every single one.
And you're highlighting your passion for this industry
Yes.
and your eagerness to learn, grow, and contribute to its evolution.
It's all about showing them that you're the whole package.
You got it.
Yeah.
So armed with this knowledge
Mm-hmm.
and the insights that RoleCatcher provides,
Yeah.
you're ready to walk into that interview with confidence and make a lasting impression.
You're going to rock it.
So as we move to our final thoughts, I want to say that what makes a great event scaffolder isn't just about technical skills or even experience.
Right.
It's about having a certain mindset.
It's about having the right attitude.
So it's about more than just knowing how to put up the structure right.
Yeah. It's about thinking ahead, being able to adapt to those challenges, and always prioritizing safety.
Right. It's about being that problem solver,
Yes.
team player, safety advocate.
100%. It's about being adaptable, resourceful, and always willing to learn and grow.
And having that passion for the industry,
Oh, for sure.
for being a part of creating those amazing experiences that people remember.
Yeah, think about it. You're building the foundation for a concert where thousands of people are going to be singing along to their favorite artists, or a stage where actors are going to bring stories to life.
Wow.
You play a crucial role in those moments.
That's pretty incredible when you think about it that way.
It is.
There's so much that goes on behind the scenes to make those events happen.
Mhm.
And event scaffolders are like right at the heart of it all.
100%. And that brings us to a final thought for you as you prepare for this interview and step into this exciting career.
What's that?
The world of event scaffolding is constantly evolving. You know, new technologies are emerging.
Mm-hmm.
Sustainability is becoming increasingly important.
Right.
And audience expectations are changing.
So how can someone starting out in this field stay ahead of the curve?
It's all about embracing continuous learning, you know?
Okay.
Seek out opportunities to expand your skill set,
Mm-hmm.
whether it's through training courses, industry conferences, or even just staying informed about the latest trends and technologies.
RoleCatcher's AI can definitely be a valuable resource for that, keeping you
Right.
updated on those advancements.
And don't be afraid to ask questions. You know, connect with experienced professionals and be open to new ideas.
I like that.
This is a field where you can truly build a career that's both challenging and rewarding.
So as you go into that interview, remember everything we talked about today. Showcase your skills,
Yeah.
your passion, your willingness to learn and grow. And don't forget, RoleCatcher has your back with the tools and insights you need to succeed.
You
Good luck.
got this.